Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing a really awesome, cool deck update of a deck I know all of you guys have been waiting for, and that is my Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck profile. Now, I've played around with some different cards in this deck, I've teched some things out, and I wanted to update this deck for the new year. As you guys know, over the course of the last about month and a half, we've done a couple of different deck profiles. We've done standard Blue Eyes White Dragon. We have done Lord of the Red Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, and we've done a fusion variation. Now we are doing the ritual version of Blue Eyes Chaos Max. And there's different versions of Chaos Max builds I've seen out there throughout the years. Different people play different builds of it. For me, this is what has been working and what I've been having some success with, playing online, playing with some buddies of mine, etc. So this deck functions fairly well. I would say probably this is the most consistent version of Blue Eyes Chaos Max. I know there's different ways that people play their Blue Eyes White Dragon decks and their Blue Eyes Chaos Max decks. But without further ado, let us get into the deck profile. And I hope if you are a Kaiba fan or a fan of the anime, you can appreciate this playmat that a friend got for me some years ago. It looks gorgeous. But first off, we run our 3 Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. This guy can do some big piercing damage, especially against defensive monsters. We can easily give our opponent with some of the cards we run in this deck, like Creature Swap, or if you are more inclined to run Sheehan Spy, you can give that to your opponent, a dead incantation monster you're not going to use, run at it in defense position and do a bunch of damage that way. So there are some cool little cheeky plays, so to speak, some cheese plays you can do with Blue Eyes Chaos Max in this deck, but we also pair him up with a double Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon in this deck. So some people run the Chaos Dragon, some people do not in their builds. Me, I want to focus this deck on Blue Eyes Chaos Max as much as possible. Some people, as well as I should mention, run the Dryatron engine in this deck. And I will admit, that's a thing I tried out. I used my buddy's Dryatrons. I even tried them out online. And from playtesting, I was like, oh, cool, this is cool. Until I started looking at the deck build, and I was like, and the way the deck played, and I was like, well, you know, this is Dryatrons with Blue Eyes White Dragon Chaos Max in it. It's not Blue Eyes Chaos Max with Dryatrons in it. It was just... there would be times I'm just doing Dryatron combos, rituals, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even doing Chaos Max. So if you want to run Dryatrons, go right ahead, but I found that you were just running a bad Blue Eyes Chaos Max engine in a Dryatron deck and making the deck worse off. So I decided to just cut it out of the deck completely, and I found that after I did so, the deck functioned a little bit better, actually, on both sides of the spectrum. But I definitely like the 2 Chaos form. You can, if any of these become dead, you can trade them, you can pitch them with Melody, you can use them for, a bunch of different things. So definitely I like these in the deck, that ratio that's been working well for me. We also run 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. When it comes to the ritual version of the deck, I like running different artworks. I got the Ultimate Rare Tablet, I got the Old School, and I got the Movie Pack artwork. So I love the different types of artwork when it comes to this version of Blue Eyes White Dragon. But 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, you're going to be using it mainly for ritual summonings, but you also use it with alternative, which does pop up from time to time, and things of that nature. So still 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon in the deck. Works out fairly well, I find. Next we run 3 Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Some people like 3 Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Some people don't like Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon in their Chaos Max decks. It's whatever you're feeling. I've seen some people, and I've talked to some buddies of mine, maybe you run Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon as a 2 of instead of a 3 of. That is something you could try out if you want to in this version of the deck. Maybe you're trying to make some space for some other cheese combos like extra creature swaps, extra Sheehan Spy. I don't suggest Soldiers of Concealing Light anymore, but if you're feeling really cheeky, go for that, guys. But me, personally, I like 3 Blue Eyes Alternative. A, you can use it as fodder for your ritual summoning. B, it can help pop cards, pop opponents' monsters that could be problematic. Overall, I do like the card in the deck as a 3 of. It also can help somewhat facilitate level 8 Exceed plays if need be against certain matchups, which can be very helpful. And I like the card as a 3 of in the deck overall. It's worked out fairly well for me, and it's up to you to decide the ratios you want to run, if at all. Next, 3 Manju of 10,000 hands. This is another card I've seen people cut, and I asked myself why. Because Manju is going to help give consistency, not just to your rituals to be able to search out Chaos Max and, you know, the junior version, you know, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, but it's also going to help you search out your ritual spells. So, you know, you'll be able to search out your Chaos form and then your advanced ritual art, etc. Now, I understand, you know, the people don't like it because it's a normal summon. It can easily get negated, but searching out all these different cards here is going to make your incantations live as well. In some instances, you will have a dead hand, and this one card is going to help get your hand unbricked and help you search out the pieces you need for your incantations. So, saying all that, I still think Manju is essential in this deck to some degree, but that's up to you, to each his own, you know, as they say. But me personally, I still like 3 Manju. Sometimes he will be used for link fodder in some instances, though. Next, we run incantations. I like running double of each of the incantations. It's been what's been working for me for a while now, but I like it this way. I don't suggest running 3 and 3. I've seen some people do that. I don't like it, but I like double Candle, double Pencil Plume, double Talismandra, and double Book. I like this ratio. It's been working for me for a while. If they're dead, you can creature swap them. If they're not, you can just link them away if they live. I mean, there's different things you can use them for. Yes, you can't go for the extra deck the turn you bring them out, but if they live, you can go for links the next turn or something of that nature. I've had people talk to me about. But usually that's not the case. Usually what you're going to be doing is creature swapping them away, or you're going to be using them to set up for ritual monster plays as you go along. So like them as at this ratio, and overall it's been working out pretty well for me overall. So I like them. If you want to run Dryatrons, go right ahead there. You just take them all out and run Dryatrons. For your ritual spells, we run 3 Chaos Form, which has gotten better as time has gone on, and 2 Advanced Ritual Art. Chaos Form as a 3 of is pretty staple. You can easily search it out through multiple different means, be it Manju of 10,000 hands. You can search out these guys here, be it through your different incantations. The Chaos Form can also be searched out through Bingo Machine Go-Go, which is a thing. Now that it's got reprinted, yay for all you budget players out there. I'm happy for you. But Chaos Form is really good and is very decent in this deck overall. Advanced Ritual Art I like as a 2 of. Sometimes it will become dead if you've drawn enough cards in your deck, if you've drawn all through your Blue Eyes. So that's why I like it as a 2 of personally. But it's still essential in this deck, I find out in the end. So that's why I run it as a 2 of instead of a 3 of like we used to a long time ago. Next we run 3 Melody of the Awakened Dragons. Some people don't run Melody anymore, and I have to question them why, because Melody searches out everything in this deck you could need under the sun. It searches out your Chaos Max. It searches out your Chaos Dragon. It will search out your Blue Eyes freaking White Dragon. It will search out your Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, wherever he is. I am having some issues finding him. There he is. Your Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. It can search out just about anything you need. Okay, so I don't understand why people were cutting it. I've seen some deck profiles. I was doing some research a few months ago when I was rebuilding this deck. I was like, why are they not running Melody? Because yes, it can get Ash Blossomed, but it can search out all this. Why not? So that's just me. Sorry for the rant there, but that's 3 Melody there for you guys. Next up, we run triple Trade-In. Trade-In's really good. This is one of your main draw engines for the deck. It's pretty staple, I find. This deck is pretty consistent nowadays with the draw engine and search power it has combined. So there's really no issues where you're going to have as much as worry about bricks like you did a few years ago with this deck. With Chaos Max, I would say. Next, we run 3 Pot of Extravagance. It's staple in this deck. You do not use the extra deck that much, if at all, like I was talking about earlier. But this is so perfect. It was made for this deck because it's going to give you draw power. So staple card in this deck. hands down, unless you're running a very different variation of Blue Eyes Chaos Max. 2, Bingo Machine Go-Go. Do not run 3. If you run 3 in brick, don't come crying to me. I'm being honest. I don't like it as a 3F because it can break. Now, it can't search out Chaos Form like we talked about, but it can help search out other things. We are not running the Ultimate Creature of Destruction trap card in this version of the deck like we did when we were running the stones and the eggs prior to the incantations coming out about 2 years ago. So, Bingo Machine Go-Go is good, but not a 3-of. I am being honest. Do not run it as a 3-of. Next up, for some 1-of spells, we run these guys here. So it's up to you to decide how you want to go, the road you want to go down here, okay? Creature Swap, I like in the deck. I do. You can run Sheehan Spy or Creature Swap. It's up to you. But Creature Swap is nice, but it takes proper setup. What do I mean by that? You draw multiple Creature Swaps in your opening hand. That's not going to help you get to your rituals. The thing with Creature Swap is it's a win more type of card that requires setup. It is very easy to get off, but it still requires setup. There will be instances where if I've drawn Creature Swap and I was running it at triple and then double and then 1-of because it would brick. I would be drawing cards and I'm like, yeah, I'm drawing cards, but I don't need this Creature Swap right now. I need something else. So I like it, but it takes proper setup. I would suggest if you're thinking about it, prior to this card coming out, I was very heavily considering running Creature Swap as a 2-of. I would not run it as a 3-of because it bricks too hard and it's not great. But I like it as a 1-of the deck. It's pretty much one of those type of cards where if you draw mid-combo, as you've got your board established, you draw into a Creature Swap, you have an incantation, because this deck will draw a lot, then yeah, Creature Swap is awesome. Mid-game, late game, once your board is established, it's awesome. If you're going for your second ritual, it's awesome. But draw it too much too early, it bricks. Strength of Unity is a really good card. Yes, you have to have it first to set up. Yes, you have to use it for after it's going to take a little bit of time to recoup things, but it has dual usage in this deck. If you have it out in the field and you go for a ritual summoning, which you're probably going to go for between 2 to 3 rituals with this deck per duel, then you accumulate, taking care of opponents' cards. But the cool thing is there have been instances where I maybe have had double Chaos Max double Chaos Max in my hand. Well, I don't want to banish the Blue Eyes White Dragon I have in grade, so I'll pop this, add the Blue Eyes to hand, use 1 Chaos Max with that, and then banish it again with the other Chaos Max. The other Chaos form, excuse me. So its ability to add Blue Eyes back to hand does come in handy. The ability to shuffle the Blue Eyes back into the deck comes in handy because that can make your advanced ritual art more live. So I like this card. I find it's a little bit more versatile. It's not going to win you the duel, but it will win you the longevity game in the duel. So you can try it, or you can cut it out for a second Creature Swap. Go, whatever you're feeling. But I like the versatility of having both. So that's just me. But that is the main deck, guys. Let us get on to the extra deck very quickly. Like I said, different people run the main deck differently, but the extra deck, you can pretty much run whatever you want. I just run whatever I want because certain situations come up. Field Center and Kaiba token because we are Seto Kaiba. 3 Cross Sheep. Like I said, sometimes you may go for this. It's probably one of the most things I go for the most often. I'm just being honest. 2 Salamangreat Great Almirage. Sometimes you'll go for it. 2 Hope Harbinger. Sometimes you may go for it. Ningir Suit. Number 68. They're nice to have. 2 different Galaxy Eyes in case you banish one. So you can go for your Galaxy Eyes combo for your level 8 standard plays. Sometimes you may want to go for it. It's up to you. Like I said, you don't go for the extra deck a lot, but you have it there just in case. So I'm going to be honest, I rarely go for the extra deck, but it's there just in case, break in case of emergencies, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm just quickly going through it because it's pretty straightforward. Just run whatever you feel like you want to run for level 8s and link monsters. But Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos. And go Blue Eyes White Dragon, go Seto Kaiba. And until next time, take care, have fun dueling. Good luck dueling to all of you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Blue Eyes Chaos Max and go Blue Eyes White Dragon. Take care, everybody.